Hello, and a very warm welcome to yet another Tuesdays at 2, episode number 95. Yes, we're getting close to that 100. Episode number 95 of Tuesdays at 2, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each week I come online and I talk about a different topic that I think you, the audience, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on a replay, will benefit from my vast knowledge of managing and advancing the careers of senior executives and those who aspire to be business leaders across the world. So today's topic is, what shouldn't I put on a resume or a CV? What shouldn't I put on a resume or a CV? There are lots of things. Remember that you only get one chance to make that first impression. One mistake can count you out of that one opportunity that you really want. So, a resume, a CV is a very, very specific document. There are many other videos talking about what a resume should look like, etc., on my YouTube channel. May I suggest you go to my YouTube channel and press the subscribe button and the bell button, where you will be notified of all future videos to come. So you only get one kick of the can. That first impression counts, not just by your introduction, if you're in person, your poise, your handshake, etc., but when you're obscure, when you're sending a resume, those people don't even get a chance to see you. One chance, and you brush that aside, and you are gone. So let's tell you about the first thing that I'm going to say about branding is you need to brand yourself. A resume is part of your branding, part of that first impression, along with your LinkedIn profile. So the first thing you shouldn't put on your resume is the personal pronoun, the word I, my, he, or she. I cannot tell you the number of times, even right now, even in this last few days, I've seen resumes with the words I, my, he, or she. Don't have those words on your CV, on your resume. Next, and this really makes my blood curdle, is seeing the word objective. The word objective on a resume or a CV went out in about 2005, 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. Don't, for your benefit, don't put the word objective. It's so outdated. Remember, you only get one kick of the can here, one shot. And if they see, the hiring authority sees the word objective, instantly they know that you are outdated. The next word is profile. So if you got the word objective and profile, that really makes my blood boil and will make the person at the other end, who is the hiring authority, think, well, this person hasn't done their due diligence into what is a 2022 ATS, applicant tracking system, friendly resume. It's a very particular document. So don't have the word profile, don't have the word objective. The next one is summary. So many people put the word summary. Again, we haven't, as resume writers, and people aren't looking for it either, put the word summary since about 2005 to 2007. That is very, very outdated. Anybody got any comments? Please, if you've got any comments, please put them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions as we go through this Tuesdays at 2. So we got one already from Aldo saying, good to know. Good to know about probably the personal pronoun. That's great. Let me know if you got any other questions, Aldo, and anybody else watching. More than happy to answer your questions in the comments section below. So objective is a no-no. The word profile is a no-no. The word summary is a no-no. And this is the next one. And again, I get so irate. It winds me up. It gets the hair on the back of my neck going. the words references available upon request. That is so outdated. So if you've got references available upon request on your resume, CV, take it out right now. It's automatically assumed that when you get called for the interview, you will either supply by email or give them in person your references on a sheet. And you need to have about 5 to 7 references. Try and keep it an odd number. So these words on a resume will instantly count you out. Objective, profile, summary, and references available upon request. Never ever put any of those on your resume. Next one is responsibilities. We become a very, very performance driven society. A resume, a CV is your sales tool. They are looking for you to perform. They aren't looking at your responsibilities. Now, yes, there is certain parts of your responsibilities that they are looking for. So the number of direct reports, number of indirect reports, your CapEx budget, your OpEx budget, and your P&L. But nothing else, maybe the number of offices that you administer and whether those staff that your direct and indirect reports are in different geographies, different countries. But they aren't interested in your responsibilities. They are interested in your performance. You making the money, you save the money, streamlining operations, eliminating headcount. The list goes on and on and on. So no responsibilities. Next one, sadly, I do see this once in a while. Once in a blue moon, I see, it depends on the geography as well, mainly Southeast Asia and mainland Asia, is your age. Leave your age out from your CV, your resume. Leave or your date of birth. See your date of birth and age. Leave your sex out. You don't need we don't want to know your sex. We can get that generally from your first name. This is unbelievable. Weight. I have seen people's weight put on a resume. Never ever put that on your resume. Whether you're married, a number of kids, any of that personal information, take it off instantly. That is going to inhibit you to the advancement to an interview. So nothing to do with your age, your sex, your weight, whether you're married, number of kids, all sorts of things fall into that criteria. Leave it off. So we got a question from Ash. Where are we? Let me just see if I can put this in here. So his question is, that's a great question. Thank you, Ash. What should I use instead of profile, objective, and summary? So that's a great question. So your objective will be what I call a directive, although I don't put that word. That is the generic or the specific, if you're customizing it, title to the job you are applying for. So if you are a CFO or vice president of finance, generically that would be senior finance leader, but then you customize it according to the job. So they're not in, and then summary, it's automatically assumed you don't just put that there. That's a 4 to 5 line block paragraph on your summary. You don't need to put the word profile or summary. So hope that helps you understand, Ash. So no pictures, no photographs, no graphs, no charts, nothing at all, unless you are guaranteed that is going to get directly into the hands of the hiring authority, the person that's going to make that decision whether you should be interviewed or not, because pictures, photographs, graphs, charts, anything like that, never scan. And you will eliminate yourself out of an opportunity where you will probably be 100, 120% ideal candidate, but you will count yourself out simply because you have photographs, pictures, graphs, charts, and all sorts of things. So any graphics per se, even those little graphics for the envelope for your email, the little telephone, the receiver for your telephone, leave those out. Every single graphic in those types of graphics in a resume, a CV, creates an extra page. You don't want that. You want your 2 or 3 page resume to remain at 2 or 3 pages, not go to 5, 6, 7, or 8. So graphics, pictures, none of that. No underlines, zero underlines. You need to, the only underlines you can have are the hyperlinks to your LinkedIn profile URL and your email. Everything else should go out. No underlines. Zero shading. Never put shading on a resume or a CV. Hope this is bringing some help to you guys, some value to you guys. Voice got disconnected. Please repeat the answer. Oh, sorry. So you should never put those on your resume for because they're very outdated. But you should put the generic title of the position you are seeking. So, for instance, if you're seeking a senior finance leader, that's the generic title, and then you customize it. So that's what I call the directive to replace the objective, the word objective, and then the word profile and summary. It's automatically assumed when you create that 4 to 5 line soft skill summary about yourself that is the profile and the summary. It's just like you put the word resume or CV at the top of the page. Everybody knows it's a resume or a CV. That's wasted space. When I write resumes, and I write resumes every single day for my clients, every line counts. I don't want to put the word resume or the word CV at the top because I can use that one line, to the benefit of selling my clients more. So no graphics, no underline, no shading. Hobbies, no, don't put hobbies. Word of John, this is a good one. So John McEwen from somewhere in Africa, I can't remember exactly. I think you live in Nigeria, John. Word versus PDF. There is really no preference there, but save it as a .doc, not a .docx file. So Word is good, .doc or a .pdf. Okay, so those are both perfectly acceptable. That's a great question. Thank you, John. So so hobbies, talking about, no, they are no longer put on a CV, but there are some exceptions. Hobbies and extracurricular activities. Remember, no religion, no politics, because unfortunately we're in a very discriminatory society. So don't put anything to do with politics. Don't put anything to do with religion. So let me just go here. I like PDF because it's more tamper resistant. Yes, that's very true. Thank you, John. So keep it your hobbies in your own mind, not on your resume, your extracurricular activities. However, there are some exceptions. I've been very privileged to write resumes, CVs for some business leaders, some of my clients who've climbed Mount Everest, Mount Kilimanjaro, Mont Blanc, and a few other top mountains in the world. So what does that tell a reader at the other end? Not everybody can climb those mountains, not even halfway up those mountains. So there's a lot of determination, guts, leadership to go into that. And there's another exception. If you are a consistent marathon runner or half marathon, and you're in the top 100 of the Chicago Marathon, the New York Marathon, the London Marathon, etc. Well, yes, I will put that in there, but you have to show consistency. But if you are in the thousands position, then don't put that in there. But you need to be very specific on what you put in your resume. So hobbies, extracurricular activities, no. Anybody got any further comments? You mentioned to include P&L because they want to see the volume. It's another statistic, although that people want to see on your resume. So something you don't put on your resume are lies, and you don't embellish. Yes, the English language is such a marvelous language that you can make yourself look very seductive by using the English language to the maximum without embellishing, and definitely without lying. Never lie, never embellish, but always remember, make yourself look good. You only get one chance, and you want to be the number one candidate that goes all the way through from that job search to the job offer. And you can be in today's world when hiring, recruitment is so strong. Anybody got any other comments before we start wrapping this up? More than happy to answer them. It's good to see quite a few people online today. So no lies, no embellishment, no hobbies or extracurricular activities, zero graphics, zero underlines, zero shading, zero pictures, photographs, and never have your age, your date of birth, your sex, your weight, your height, whether you're married, number of kids, your responsibilities, and never have these words that really wind me up and date you straight away. The word objective, profile, summary, or references available upon request, and the personal pronoun. So hopefully that's given you some food for thought. You are going to go back and review your CV, your resume now, and look to see whether you have got any of those no-nos. If you have, do yourself a favor. Take them out right now. So we got one question here from Aldo. Aldo, you're coming forward with some great questions today. Thank you very much for participating. What items can derail the selection software and what we shouldn't include? So I've talked about what we shouldn't include today. And there are, may I suggest, Aldo, that you go to my YouTube channel, and there are videos specific to ATS, that applicant tracking system, that will highlight what you can and what you can't. It's a whole long laundry list. I've just sort of just touched on a whole long laundry list of stuff you cannot put on a resume or a CV today. Well, only one kick of the can, one chance to make that impression. Make sure you do that without any fault, and none of these, zero of these faults or things you should put on your resume. Never ever put any of those I've mentioned today. Anybody got any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer any questions before we go on to wrapping it up. Been some good comments. Thanks very much for asking the questions. While I'm waiting for maybe one or two questions to come in. The next one, next week, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, what not to do in a job search. Today it's what shouldn't I put on a resume or a CV. And next week it's what to do, that's a mouthful, in a job search. So please come back next week. Join me at Tuesdays at 2, where I'm more than happy to share my information. Come loaded with some questions. It doesn't have to be related to specifically to job search. It can be anything. So anything to do with your career management. You're very welcome, Aldo. Thanks for participating today. Thanks, John. Thanks all the others. And I will be back next week at 2 p.m. Eastern time for the number 96 of Tuesdays at 2. Have a great week. And if anybody wants a free, no obligation resume critique or a free LinkedIn audit, I'm more than happy to give that. And please go to my YouTube channel and press the subscribe button and the bell button where you will be notified of all future videos to come. And there are some I'm shooting in the not too distant future. So have a great week. Always, always manage your career.